Welcome to the session live. I am your host. Man, I'm excited. It's Frederick Whitlow II, otherwise Dr. Whitlow, Minister Fred, whatever you want to call me, as long as it's cool. Listen, I'm excited about our show today, and here's why. I have a special, very special guest that's going to be joining us. And what we're going to talk about is so transformative in nature that I think no matter where you are in the spectrum of life, whether you're just starting this educational journey or whether you might have be kind of at the top. We're going to really dig in on some keys, some tips that are, oh my goodness, they're going to be unforgettable, but there'll also be keys that you can use that you can totally find good success on any spectrum of your education and your good citizen journey. So anyway, without any further ado, we got to go up. You see the seat is right here. That means when we come back from this music video, you're gonna get to meet a really good friend of mine, and he's gonna be a great friend to you going forward. Now, I had to go and get a throwback. One of my good friends started the hip hop thing together. We used to call him C affiliated. Now he goes by Sherman the Real, and he has a song called "The City Cry." And when we come back, we're gonna have a great time with my guests. So here it is, "City Cry" by Sherman the Real, aka C affiliated. Make sure you stay locked and load.
Have you ever heard a city cry? Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. Have you ever heard a city cry? Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. I grew up with the OGs, running from the police. Never been a hard type, just lived a hard life. Plenty regrets and long nights while looking out the window. Yeah, I miss my big bro. Send a prayer up, one day you get this memo. With rubies in the sky, so hard to say goodbye. Reminisce, we cry, we do it for our loved ones, our parents, grandparents, our siblings and cousins. Let go of your grudges. We see them, we hug them, cause ain't nothing promised. Death is not an if, but a when. It's time to make amends. We family in the end. We all make mistakes, facing demons within. Boys turn to men. Family, what it is. Love is what it does. When we stand together, the world look at us. Time to face the truth. We all going through. True. Remember, there's no me, there's no you. Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. Have you ever heard a city cry? Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. Have you ever heard a city cry? Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. I see those tears, I know the pain inside, like your soul and died. In that moment you broke and feel hopeless. Never question God's plan, he has the world in his hands. You created by greatness, just the way that he made us. Tribulations we facing, yeah, the hurt is real. In time we heal, it be better days. As you feel the pain, days turn to months, months turn to years. Anniversary tears, when the city cry, watch the city ride. As we light up the sky, for the greats we idolize. In their memory, carry on their legacy for all to see. I got a statement to make, it takes one to turn a family around. It takes one to lift you up and you're down. It takes one to give a hug and a smile. Be the one, cause your time is now. Have you ever heard a city cry? Have you ever heard a city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. Have you ever heard the city cry? Have you ever heard the city cry? My city, your city. Around the world, I heard plenty. City cry. Your city, my city. City cry. City cry. My city, your city. Heard plenty.
Oh my goodness. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the session live. I'm your host. You already know, Dr. Minister Fred Whitlow II. Hey man, in the building, in the studio, and then inside the building
Yeah, man.
is none other than Dr. Michael A. Smith, aka Dr. Mike Cross from the No More Dirty Radio Show. Welcome to the show, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. It's good to be here, man. Listen, I'm having a wonderful time. It's always a joy, man, to be here with you and just to try to do all I can to inspire your listeners, baby.
Listen,
So we're
listen.
here.
Let me tell y'all something about this show today. This show today, and if you're on the other side of the world tonight, is going to be so informative. And I'm going to be honest, this is like a best friend. He's one of my best friends in the whole entire world.
Yeah, man. We brothers.
Yeah, we brothers,
Yeah,
for
man.
real,
For
brothers.
real.
I mean, I was thinking about, and he's now living in New Mexico, folks. New
Yeah.
Mexico,
Mhm.
Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Came all the way to the studio here in Huntsville, Alabama, Hunts Vegas, to have this amazing conversation, just to impart into you and myself some amazing things.
Yes.
So listen, we got to talk. Who is Dr. Mike, aka the Cross, aka Dr. Smith? 3 fun facts about you,
Okay.
and then we're gonna move on.
Okay.
Because they need to know like how cool, like
Yeah.
you're really cool for real. Y'all just see him in the books and authors and all that, but today you get to see the what's the word? The man,
Yeah.
including the doctor. All right, so 3 fun facts. Fact number 1.
All right. Fact number 1, well traveled.
Okay, well traveled.
So where I'm at now is the 11th state that I've lived in.
Wow, 11 states.
11 states.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
Just put a pin in that one.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
number 2.
Number
fun
two, I love doing do-it-yourself candle making. So I have a hobby of do-it-yourself candle making. I love making
fact. Okay,
candles.
so how did you get into candle making? Do it yourself, not buying it from the store like I would,
Right.
and be like, "Oh, that smells good" when you
Yeah.
light it up.
Actually, what happened about 3 years ago, a friend of mine brought me a present for my birthday,
Okay,
and it was a do-it-yourself candle making kit.
really.
Yeah. And then when you get the kit, you get the wax, and there's certain types of wax
Right.
that
right.
you can get. You got to melt it down. You got to, put your scents, your lavender, your vanilla,
Mm,
your evening breeze,
Yeah.
and all these different,
Wow.
flavors and smells in it. And then when you do all that, you pour it in. You put your wick,
Okay.
within whatever container you're going to use,
Right.
and then you let it sit room temperature until it hardens throughout
Wow.
and then
That is cool.
you light it, and you got your own do-it-yourself candle. Yeah, because the reality is, if you do it yourself, you can buy all the
Ingredient.
ingredients wholesale
Correct.
or online.
Right.
But when you walk into the store, one candle is going to be $25.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
so
makes sense.
it
Oh,
makes
that's cool.
sense.
That's cool. All right.
Yeah.
3rd fun fact about you.
Third fun fact. Let's see. Third fun fact. I always like to enjoy supporting my Phi Beta Sigmas. So
Okay.
I'm a brother
Yeah.
in the Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have a favorite quote that you live by, and maybe a favorite scripture for
Yeah.
both.
Let me bring the Bible. I always have the Bible ready, right? I'm
Yeah,
bring
I
the
do this
Bible.
guy. That's what I do.
Yeah. I'm always going to do it. So let's do it real quick.
Let's do it.
Yep. So right here, right? Philippians 4:13,
Okay. Okay.
right? Philippians 4. That one of your favorite texts too.
For sure. That's one
Yeah,
of my
yeah.
rapping texts.
That's what.
There
Yeah.
was bread on that one.
Yeah. I can do all things.
All
All, not some,
or every bit,
not a few, not
complete,
one or two,
all of it.
all of it. Yeah. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
So why is that important? I know that's a very popular
Yeah.
scripture or either um, biblical text,
Right.
but why is that so important to you? And
Yeah.
why? And share that with our viewers and our listeners.
One of the things that you'll learn about me, and I share with Fred on many occasions, is the tapestry of my life going through my own personal sexual addiction issues. My dad was in prison during my high school time, abusive. Then my dad beat my mom.
Yeah.
So now you're a domestic violence child survivor,
Uh huh.
And then, of course, several years ago, and you were there for me, I had my stroke. So I'm also a stroke survivor.
Wow.
And one of the tapestries of my life is that you never give up. You always persevere, regardless of your past, regardless of whatever challenges you're facing, regardless of your enemies, regardless of whatever deficit you might have in education, whatever it is, there is nothing, Minister Fred, that is impossible for you to achieve. Okay, when you say, I can do all things
Yeah. Yeah.
through Christ who
Wow.
gives me the power to do it. So you want to run for president? Run for president.
Wow.
You want
Wow.
to, go get your education? Go get your education because all things are possible.
And thank you for being so transparent. Again, you all know if someone's sitting in the seat and we're doing a virtual conversation, it's 100% endorsed by us. And why? Because we believe that truth is transparent, but
Mhm.
it is also transformative.
Yes.
So I want to talk a little bit. You mentioned some of these your tapestry of your journey.
Hmm.
So as a young person, let's just kind of give them a synopsis of who Little Doc was without the Doc.
Right. Yeah.
And he has a vibe of ethnicity. You got to share that too, because every
Yeah.
time we get together, we all in on that.
That's right.
So make
Yeah,
sure
yeah. We
your
make
boy eat
sure.
good.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. So growing up, adopted first. That's the first kind of
Wow.
you know, and then through the challenges of what I just explained in my childhood, you have a father that's in prison. There's a drug dealer. Went off to prison. All of that, and then you have the challenges of academic. Right. So I was smart,
Yes.
right? But because of the life challenges, and many of you all listening, that's our age group, understand back in the 80s and 90s, instead of addressing your talents and your gifts as a child, they would call it ADHD,
Right.
right?
Right.
And they put you on Ritalin and Prozac.
And they would address the
The
problem as the
problem, right?
solution
Exactly,
versus having a solution or an alternative
right,
to the diagnosed problem.
right. And then on top of that, then they pull you out of mainstream and put you in special education, right?
Exactly.
So now you have that stigma.
Now you have stigma,
Right,
and you have now been self-identified or
right,
identified as someone that is probably incapable
right,
of achieving all things. Philippians 4:13.
right, exactly.
Wow.
Then from there, and we all know this as educators and as social workers and what you do, then you have that stigma and that childhood at 14, 13, 12, whatever, up to 18, as a pipeline towards trouble. Oh, you going to prison. You're not going to
Right.
amount to nothing,
Right. Right.
right? All of that. That's the kind of young adult youth that I had to overcome in high school through ROTC, joining the
Yeah. Yeah.
band,
Yeah.
allowing my sports and gifts to overcome whatever academic deficit that I was
Wow.
dealing with.
You
You know,
know, I want to ask another question, but I think I want to go to a song by Titus Showers, who was our featured
Mhm.
national gospel
Oh
artist
yeah,
for the
for the
festival.
festival.
Yes,
Yes.
he has a song called "Better." I want to talk about the journey to better when we come back
Oh
from
yeah,
this song,
yeah,
this music video. So shout out to my man Professor X, always
yeah,
keeping
man.
us
Professor
legit.
X,
Professor, let's put him on.
big
"Better"
shout out.
by Titus Showers, and we'll be right back with
Yeah.
our special guest, Dr. Michael A. Smith, aka Dr. Cross.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be good.
I'm so not perfect, but every day I'm learning, striving and searching to be a better person. I'm tired of my life. I'm tired of the pain. I'm tired of my past, the guilt and the shame. I am sure that you hear my heart's desires. I've been to the limit and through the fire. Lord, I wanna be. Yeah. Hey, yeah. I wanna be. I really wanna. Yeah. I wanna be. Lord, I really wanna be better. When people look at my life, I wonder what they see. Can they see I'm a believer? Or do they disagree? Can they see that I'm trying with all that I have? I wanna be in first place. I can't keep on being last. I am sure that you hear my heart's desire. I have been to the limit and through the fire. Lord, that's all I really want. I really, really, really want. I just wanna be better. I wanna be, I wanna. Yeah, yeah. I just wanna be. I wanna change. I wanna change. Can't stay the same. I wanna change. I wanna change. I wanna change. I can't stay the same. I wanna change. Yeah, I wanna change. I wanna. Does anybody wanna change? Yeah. Change my heart. Change my mind. Change my life. I wanna change. I need a change for better. That's what I want. That's what I need. Yeah, yeah. Said I'm striving and searching. Said I'm scratching and crawling. Trying to get to better. Oh, Lord. I give it all to be better. I walk away to be better. I let it go to be better. I'll forget what's behind me, and I'll strive to be better. If you didn't know, that's what I wanna be. That's what I want. Hey, Lord, I wanna be. Lord, I wanna be. Lord, I wanna be. I wanna be better.
Yes. That's a
Woo!
word. That's a word right there.
Welcome back to the session live, man, with my very special friend and brother, Dr. Smith. Man, what do you think about that song, brother?
Oh man, powerful. I want to be better.
Man,
That's I mean, that's everybody's like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, journey.
And it's
You
a
know.
montage that
Yeah.
is really doable and obtainable.
Yes.
So let's talk
Absolutely.
about you. I know you were going to talk about this better. Let's talk about this. Let's continue the journey, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I mean, so you understand now the high school part, and then you got to figure out a way from all of your struggles from your childhood, how to get out,
So
right?
so I want to do this real quick.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, what was your GPA? Because I think they need to understand from whence you've come to
yeah.
get that DR
Right.
period in front of the same name that had nothing
Right.
in front of it previously
Right.
from a
Yeah.
young age.
Right. So let me tell you about the high school. Number one, I'll give you a small little Smith story. I had a Letterman jacket because I'm playing sports. Do you know that in my senior year, you know how you have your flag on one side, your sports on the back,
Right.
you have your
Yeah,
letter
and
on the
your
front,
number on it.
and you have your year of your graduation on your
Correct.
sleeve. I had to take my year of my graduation and change it once the Letterman jacket was made from 95 to 96.
Wow.
I was about to get held back a year in high school, and they put the 96 on my jacket, and I you know, it hurt,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And eventually, through my principal, Dr. Ramos, Miss Rizzolo, and others from school, I was able to rip it off and change it back to
Yes, sir.
95.
Yes, sir.
But understand when you ask the question, what was my GPA?
It was GPA.
My GPA was a 2.0.
Wow.
I barely scratched by getting out of high school with a 2.0 and able to march.
Wow.
And the next part I was going to tell you is the only way out of that whole trauma and domestic violence and all the challenges of childhood was to join the military.
Wow.
Because I was already in ROTC, JROTC when I
Which was the catalyst
right,
for the opportunity
right, the next step,
for the next step.
right,
And again, we're talking about perseverance in the most traumatic and the most challenging ops.
right,
Opposition. That's
right,
a slang for ops.
exactly,
Go ahead.
yeah. So once I did my 4 years, you know, you travel, you know, you're in the Navy, having a good time. I felt the call to ministry, so I was a chaplain assistant in the Navy. And then, you know, in our church, you had to come to school. You can't just,
Correct.
you know, I'm a pastor and that's it.
Right.
You know, so he came to Oakwood,
Okay.
and that's where, for those of you listening, I met Minister Fred.
That's what we connect.
So we connected way back,
Yeah.
you know, in 19.
That's it right there. That's it.
We won't tell nobody.
It was back then.
It was back then. But listen, man, listen, Minister Fred spoke directly to me. That's the reason why I gravitated to gospel hip hop, gravitated to urban ministry, gravitated to high top, you know, fade with the
Gubby,
side.
man. Had the
Yeah,
gubby,
man.
baby. I had a gubby, y'all. I had a
Right.
gubby. I was that dude.
Right, right.
I was doing the
Yo,
gubby
Minister
in the
Fred used to wear suits and sneakers.
Yeah, look, I still got the suits.
Suits
I
and
wear
sneakers.
Timbs now, but I got the Timbs. You know what I
Right,
mean?
man. But listen, he had those conferences, man, the purity conferences, and Minister Fred was speaking directly to my situation. So when it came time for me to go into ministry and do some real urban work, Minister Fred was the catalyst for the, you know, the foundation of starting out realizing that real ministry is done in the streets.
You know, the other thing I think I want you to share is the foundational pieces.
Yeah.
Having coming from so much brokenness, now you add military stress, disability and some eventually.
Right.
All of this within the span of a short time.
Yeah.
Now, what branch did you
I
start
did
and you go?
I did Navy first. That was
Okay.
my 4 years
4
active.
years there, right?
And then while I came to Hokewood University in Huntsville, I did Army National Guard as a military police officer.
So
Yeah.
now having all of this compressed,
Yeah.
fast, speedball, there
Yeah.
you are,
Right.
8 years later, you know, military, hurt, damage, brokenness.
Yeah.
It goes back to what we're talking about is perseverance.
Right.
Then how did you
And dropout.
and a dropout?
Because the same undiscipline that I had in high school, I did
Wow.
not have that discipline in
Wow.
college.
Wow.
So I struggled through the first semester, 2 semesters, 3
Right.
semesters, then
Yeah.
dropped out,
Right.
right? Because I didn't even finish my undergrad until I was in my 40s.
Wow.
So 20 years of,
Yes.
yeah,
Kind of figured trying to find
Right.
the right
right,
really out.
right, exactly. And the other thing too is that you've got to realize that through all this journey, you've got to, one of the things that's so vital is you got to go get help. Now, we'll talk about this when Fred brings it up in a few minutes, because one of the journeys is also me going into mental health, as a professional and a
So-
therapist, but you also got to go get the help.
Like,
Yeah.
so let's go to a video. Professor, I think this would be a good time to go to Hurt, which has now become one of my really favorite MCs, is a hip hop artist.
hmm
He has a song called Big God, when you have those kind
Oh,
of big problems.
yeah.
And then when we come back, let's talk about how God orchestrated you into this mental health space.
Yes.
Because we're going somewhere, folk. You gonna see how he got to the doctor and all this stuff.
Right.
But you got to understand, because a lot of you all are listening and watching on either the radio or the podcast side, or you're watching us on the TV show,
Right.
and you're going, how in the world
Mm.
did he go from all of this? And he's telling you, and this is in a very appropriate setting. If he was doing a one-on-one, when we do the purity conference and coming out of addiction, it's another whole level.
Yeah.
So here it is, Big God, who has blessed this brother to do some big things. We'll be right back. Session live. Yours truly.
All right.
I said there's so many false gods outside, so we show up when we floss God. Outside with the dope fiends, dope boys. Hope die, gang bang, it's the call girls. So tired, the poor gon' be with us, so we with the business. The war keep them in just so we get the healing. The Lord be refilling us, he keep on giving. We gon' distribute this glorious feeling. They ain't got breath in their lungs. All they keep is death on their tongues. What they think is blessed, it ain't none. Show can't be success, it ain't fun. I'm here for a holy, not a good time. Trying to change the homies in the hood mind. If you want real juice, then you gotta get fruit. So I'ma lead them all to the good. Some need food, some need shoes, some need both, some need clues, some need hope, some need rules, some need everything but you. Some need money, some need skills, some need healing, something real. We all need help, God influence, and somebody gotta do it. Good God, big goals, big dreams, big plans, big God, big world, big mess, big job, big God, whole lot of nothing to a big God, whole lot of nothing to a big God, big world, big mess, big job, big God. There's so many false gods outside, so we show up and we floss God. Outside with the Mormons and Muslims, bean pies, mountain bikes, and the Levites, black ties, lies in they teaching, so we gon' keep preaching to die and believing that Jesus, the demons that cried to his legion, that's right before leaving. Everything not apostolic is treason. They ain't got no revelation. False hopes, not motivation. No rock, no foundation. Somebody gotta show them what a grace is. Demon doctrines, evil conscience, defeated by a team of oxen. Righteous high priest that offend all frauds. Like me or not, I'm against all gods. They can't hear, they can't see, they lack truth, they ain't free. They need power, cause they all weak. They let demons kill the sheep. Some need milk, some need bread. They need meat, they ain't fed. They've been sleep in Jesse's bed. What we preach will wake the dead. Good God, big goals, big dreams, big plans, big God, big world, big mess, big job, big God. Whole lot of nothing to a big God. Whole lot of nothing to a big God. Big world, big mess, big job, big God, big goals, big dreams, big plans, big God, big world, big mess, big job, big God. Whole lot of nothing to a big God. Whole lot of nothing to a big God. Big world, big mess, big job, big God.
Big God.
Oh my goodness.
Whole lot of mess.
Big God.
I
I love it, man. I love it.
Oh
Listen,
man, welcome back to the session live. Let me tell you something. We having some serious conversations up in here,
that's right.
son.
Yeah.
So big God, you got a whole lot of big mess,
Oh man.
mental health mess.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that and how the big God steps in with the big foot.
Oh yeah. Listen.
Come on,
Listen.
man. Because hey, listen, you guys, I know you. Listen, I know people in my family. Listen, statistically, let's talk statistics in mental health.
Yeah.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah. So listen. You know, when you're talking about mental health, you're talking about trauma and challenges, man. We are all dealing with things that, especially in our Black community, 75% of our Black men typically have some form of mental health issue that is unresolved, that deals with inferiority complex. They deal with PTSD from the hood, drugs and all that stuff. Or lack of, yeah. They deal with mama and papa issues. They deal with sexual addiction. I mean, it's just so many things that you have got to, like I said, go and get the help that you need in order to address. Why is it that we have blended families? Why is it that we have recidivism?
Right.
Why is it that we have our Black men in and out of prison, in and out of jail, et cetera? Why is it that you have our Black men and women that are always undereducated
or underemployable?
Right. Because they don't have the skills, or unemployable because they never went and got the skills they need to be able to keep up with the changing times of technology and so on and so forth.
So let's talk about the work you had to put in to be better.
Right. So the work I had to put in, once I'm out of school, dropped out, okay, and listen, I'm pastoring, I'm a chaplain, right? So I'm getting up, preaching, doing all these different things, and the whole time I'm doing this, I am fighting my own internal demons of my own struggles.
Wow.
Sexual addiction, porn addiction, lack of relationship, all of that. And because I'm a veteran, which is a blessing, and I can't, I'll say this, on the air, listen, you have resources in your county healthcare administration, you have the local hospital, all of that to go and get the help that you need. The VA provided mental health for me for free. I go and I tell them, they're going to give me a counselor, and we're going to go through the Triple X Church is another example, right, for addiction. You've got CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy. All these different things are helping you kind of understand your pain, understand the decision behind your pain, and understand how to get through it and how to cope with it. And let me also add this, very important. You gotta have a brother like Fred. Fred is my brother. That's my accountability partner.
Come on.
Someone that I can lean on that has struggled and gone through some of the same things, because no man is an island unto himself. And you got to have a support structure of someone that you can trust, that's going to be with you regardless. See, sometimes, you tell a brother, oh man, it's okay. Yeah, I mean, I understand. And they judge you and they
Right.
back away and they
Right.
stay away from you.
Yeah.
Right. But here's a brother that's gonna, I'm talking about Fred. Here's a brother that's going to bring you on board, and he's going to, as we say in the church, he's going to cover you. Right. I have a covering of a fellow brother that says, regardless of your past, regardless of your situation, I'm going to use you and I'm going to restore you to what God has for you.
And I think that's part of the work that you did. And I'm gonna say this because in the end, to get to the place where you persevere till you get to your goal,
Hmm.
it takes that accountability, but it's also a choice for the individual who's struggling.
Yeah.
So for you, and I think this is important, what did you have to talk to your self-talk? You had to tell yourself, or
Mhm.
even with individuals like myself,
Yeah.
even with the knowledge of God, even with access, whether it's 211, like that's a crisis service in any
Right.
city or county. In
Right.
your case, it was being a part of the military
Right.
and having services.
Right.
But what did you have to talk to yourself or say or do? Because I think these are the things that people go, I want to get better. So how do I do it?
One of our videos that we just played, okay, powerful message. I want to do better. I am better. And that what you have to do is you have to say to yourself that I am better than my past.
Wow.
I am
Wow.
better than what I used to be.
Wow.
God says that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. And all God is saying is that I dwell within you and
Yeah.
I make you, your identity is attached with me, Jesus. So don't worry about what the devil
Right.
said you used to be in, what you used to smoke and who you used to date and how many,
Right.
used
Right.
to, and the clubhouse and
Right.
all the stuff you used to do, right? God says that I know what the potential that you can be if you give
Wow.
yourself over to
Wow.
being better.
And
And for me,
okay.
I had to determine I can't be my father.
Wow.
I don't want to, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that cycle.
Yeah.
I can't be whatever mistakes I made in the past.
Yeah.
I can't be the dropout. I can't be the under or uneducated. So I got to go back to school. I can't be all the stuff that the depression and the anxiety and
Yeah.
all the stuff that allows you to be drawn down into this abyss of,
Yeah.
you know, of this existence of darkness, and I'm just never gonna make it. I'm not gonna do anything, and I'm not gonna
Right.
make an impact.
I want to go to this song by it's called God's Way. And when we come back, we're going to talk about now that transition to wholeness, health,
Hmm.
success, and we want to talk about what this birthed,
Yeah,
because all of this we're talking about, it birthed something crazy amazing.
yeah, man.
And then I want to share the finale we're going to talk about is what that became in his life and his impact. Listen, his impact in my life and what has happened because of this brother's accountability to me, where I was accountable, his accountability brother. At one point, he became what I needed as I was what he needed. Here it is. You already know God's way. You got to do something different.
Yes.
And we'll be right back.
Yeah.
The session live. Dr. Michael A. Smith, aka my homie, Dr. Mike at No More Dirty Radio.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
Go nowhere, brother.
Yeah.
Many times I pray and don't know what he say, but I know every time he show me the way is when I obey.
I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. Boy, I'm finna get my all. I'm never gonna let up.
Like child.
Even if I fall, you better get up. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to get my all. I'm never letting up. And even if I fall, you better go get up. I'm just trying to do it.
Yeah.
stay all equipped. Gotta abide by all the script. God brought me too far to slip. Anytime I feel the spirit, the anointing lifts. And anytime I ain't near him, it feel like I lost the gift. I gotta go. I gotta do what I'm meant to. Gotta renew my mental. I need God if I wanna get through. I move slow and I move sinful. My body holy, I can't destroy the temple. If I say I follow him only, my actions gotta resemble the church. I gotta get in and rehearse. If I wanna see a reverse, I'm seeking his face, I search. I'll draw a line in the dirt if I really know what it's worth. He say when the world hates you, remember it hated me first. Now take that verse. Mom and daddy got divorced and I'm trying to break that curse. I ain't trying to make that worse. I ain't trying to stay in oblivion. Look at me like you did Gideon, out of the mud and into the water like I'm an amphibian. I'm in Corinthians 1:25. Human strength is even weaker and lesser than weakness of God. Him or the devil when picking a side. I wasn't created to waste his time.
I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. Boy, I'm finna give my all, I'm never gonna let up. And even if I fall, you better move it up. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to do what God say, God way. I'm just trying to give my all, I'm never letting up. And even if I fall, you better go get up. I'm just trying to do it.
Okay, Yahweh, who I'm running with, better go worse through sickness and health. Stay faithful even when I broke covenant, you better know. I got a God who once was slain, but then he arose from down below. I got a God, he calling my name, so I gotta go. For a righteous man falls 7 times, but he rise again. Got a reward in the heavens, I'm done trying to seek validation from eyes of men. Heart was colder than December, but he never seemed to remember when I repent. No longer bound to captivity, there's no more sin in me. I had the power quench. Your love for me brought me face to face with conviction, not condition, there's a difference. Several things that I'm too ashamed to even mention. Still in all, I'm forgiven. Once upon a time, to the sin was a victim. Now in God, I'm a witness. Tell him all he is risen. Tell him all he is risen. Tell him all he is risen. Sometimes the right way is the hard way. Sometimes doing good things ain't the God way. The only way to make it through and go all the way is to do it with Yahweh.
The No More Dirty TV show, hosted by Minister Fred 2, airing the cleanest and dopest music videos in the industry every Wednesday and Friday at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on the No More Dirty Inc. YouTube channel. We got clean, positive Christian hip-hop and urban music for your viewing and listening pleasure. We also have music video exclusives, interviews, ciphers, life lessons, and more. Make sure to follow us at Minister Fred 2, at No More Dirty Inc., and at No More Dirty Radio Show. For more information, email us at info@nomoredirty.org or call 256-698-9749. The No More Dirty TV show. Connect with us, tune in.
God's way.
God's way.
God's way. Woo! Oh my goodness. Welcome back to the session live. You know, I was telling my buddy, I said, listen, what if God didn't allow, what if we didn't have hip hop that had gospel in it?
Man.
Gospel in it. You know, gospel hip hop or CH8 or this clean hip hop, it really is therapeutic.
It is. Mm-hmm.
I could do it God. He said I had to come face to face with my conviction, say, so that I could see instead of sin, say. I said, what? Good God of mercy.
Yeah.
Yo, listen, we're back with the session live. Let's do this, Professor, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Let's get this popping. So every Friday, and in fact, every Wednesday night and Friday night, we hit them with that. You already know, No More Dirty TV. We do it every Wednesday night, Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Central. So basically, if you want the dopest, cleanest, the boom bap, the heavy rocking, turn it up on 10s, and it's all clean, no explicit, no vulgarities, no drama, no bad stuff, you need to tune in. Don't forget, the key is to subscribe to the channel, YouTube channel, No More Dirty, INCE, right? Then on Saturdays, you get just what we're doing here, the most transformative stories that you will ever see, hear, and view. That's my dude, man, Professor X.
Professor X.
Man, listen, y'all know he's a rocket scientist. He's a rocket scientist by day, and then he's my partner in the evening. We doing this stuff, making sure that every Saturday, 2 p.m. Central, and then for those that are on travel, we respect because we travel quite a bit. Then on Mondays at 7:30 p.m. Central, we're on air live and you get this kind of amazing content. Stories like this, Doc, it's just not your average. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then on Sundays, we turn all the way up. I don't know, man. Bruh.
We
Tell
have
about
a,
the No More
man,
Dirty
listen, we have
Radio
a good
Show,
time
man.
on the No More Dirty Radio Show.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, man. The dopest
The dopest
hip hop radio show in the nation.
in the nation.
Yeah, man.
And you hear his
Man.
voice. You hear the dude talking like this.
Yeah,
on the air.
man. Yeah, man. Coach Joe, man.
Yeah.
DJ Teef, DJ Scissors, man.
Sam Smite.
Sam Smite.
Yeah,
Man.
man.
Oh my goodness. We were having a good time on that
Yes,
show.
sir.
Yeah,
So
man.
if you want to check it, we got it. It plays quite a bit on different platforms. So Sundays, you can get it on Ed Gaines Entertainment. Shout out to my man Ed Gaines and his wife for allowing us to be a part of their platform every Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. Central Standard. And they have a website, and that's of course that is edgainsentertainment.com. Of course, they have an app. We have an app, No More Dirty, on any of the platforms as well. Then 6 o'clock on Sundays, we up 103.1. Listen, we on the secular side. We going in back. We be choking the devil for a whole 60 minutes. The devil
That's
like,
right.
get off me, get off me,
Right.
get off me, get off me. Be like, nah, we coming back.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
worldwide, shout out to Liz C.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
my
She got us
goodness.
worldwide.
Yeah,
Listen.
worldwide, man.
Listen,
Yeah.
we are in several countries because of this particular platform, envision-radio.com.
Radio.com. Yeah, man.
Listen, shout out to ANC, Admiral, the whole team, all the hosts that are a part of that platform. But we get to share too, and that's every Monday afternoon, 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 3 p.m. Central Standard. And then they have a podcast platform. And then, of course, you already know all you got to do is check us out, Anchor, Spotify, anything that's just No More Dirty
Right.
Radio Show. There it is. Now, back at it, baby. Let's talk about the turnaround, bro. So when you got into God's way, you started looking at this healing thing. What did this thing turn around and birth?
Well, what it birthed for me is a desire to not only do better for myself,
Okay.
right, but a birth to figure out how I can share with others,
Right.
how I can reach back
Yeah.
and lift up those behind me,
Wow.
both academically,
Yes, sir. Yes,
both
sir.
in terms of health and healing, and your mental health, status, and both in terms of making sure that there is a action plan,
Right.
for what you're going to do a year from now, 3 years from now,
Yeah.
5 years from now.
So before we share the really great news, let's talk about, the crucible. So now
Mhm.
you turn the corner, you get the health, mental health, and all of those services. They become now part of your new season.
Mhm.
But you have crucibles. You have those moments where the crucible doesn't stop,
Right.
which led to the theme of perseverance.
Yes. Yes.
What
Yes.
was the crucible now that you are on this side? Now listen, you got to tell them about the educational journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have an undergrad. Then
Right.
what happens? How do you get to master, the doctorate? We got to do that, and then we give them the lab.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
Well, so the first thing is this, right?
Now, this is a trip, y'all.
You don't have an undergrad degree
at all.
at all.
At
'Cause
all.
I never finished.
Never finished.
Right. And what happens is, as life and as society and as bills and all that begin to increase,
Crucible.
right,
All
you
these
are
crucibles.
limited. There's a ceiling
A ceiling.
that you just cannot go beyond because of your academic lack.
Correct.
Right. I want that to be clear, that don't assume that because LeBron, Jay-Z, all these other individuals have the one or two little talents that they have and they can blow up and become billionaires, that you've got it.
Say that.
Let me just make that clear. That's 1 in a million
Billion.
opportunity, billion, that they may have the one chance to be able to become a billionaire. Tyler Perry, so on and so forth.
Correct.
But the rest of us don't have that.
Correct.
And so what we have to do is find ways to use the resources right here in our neighborhood, the community college,
Come on.
Drake, whatever it is,
Wherever it is.
to go there and tap into your talents and your resources to make it happen. Right?
Right.
And so what happened, you and I were talking, and Minister Fred has his undergrad. I don't have mine. So I decided to go back to school. And when
So listen, did you hear that? Iron sharpening iron.
Right.
Accountability.
Right.
And I was just loving on my brother because that's my homie. Not saying, man, you ain't gonna do nothing with your life because you. No, it wasn't that kind of conversation.
Yeah.
It's just we walked together, we talked together, we prayed together,
Right.
and this dude goes back.
Goes back to school, and not just one master's.
Lord have mercy.
4.
Wait, but
4.
and I was like, oh my God! Now he got me inspired to go get 2.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I apologize. My eyes are burning for some reason. Oh, okay.
No worry. You need something? You good? You
Yeah,
wanna
yeah.
go to a
I'm
song?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go to a song and then I'll.
All right. So we're gonna stop here. We're gonna put a pin. We're gonna go to this song. It's by PID. It's about
Oh
the
yeah,
crucible.
yeah.
Because here's the thing. Now,
Pastors in disguise.
pastors, preachers in
Preachers in
disguise.
disguise.
So here it is. Crucible. When you're in your crucible, it doesn't mean stop. It means persevere. We'll be right back. Dr. Michael A. Smith, aka Dr. Mike Cross.
Oh yeah. We'll be right back.
You're right.
We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame. Never be the same. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame. Never be the same. Black and gifted, that's my life sentence. God be my witness, been a beast since an infant. Infinite wisdom is what I be given. Every time I grab the mic, cause my phone will start spitting. Shine a light on me to see how I be shining. I'm a diamond. Press me up against the glass to see how I be grabbing. Lifting up God so you can see how high I'm climbing. Presidential in the Lord, I must be abiding. In the most high, sometimes I'm too fly for myself. I need to be more humble, put the OG on the shelf. Went down to the depths of the cave, only to return another brother that can never be a slave. Still being used by God. I'm 59 with fire, trials, victory, cold. Put them all together, came out like pure gold. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame, never be the same. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame, never be the same. I'm a work in progress, obsessive with the process. Rejecting that which costs less, I work to my flex is flawless. Yes, when life gets at its hardest, that's when we just getting started. Me and God be like art and artists, you can't afford it. I'm burning at the temperature that's hot and scorching. Something awesome to start it, far from torment. Heart be flame retarded, as long as pressure bust pipes. Fred with bust mics, standing upright at full height. Bearing stripes like a general, cause it's been a while since I've been around. Speak what's on my mind, cause I got that tenure now. And this is what I found, that we all live in contradictions. Instead of submitting to wisdom, we rather hack the system. Around it ain't no getting, all this gold requires digging. In the coal, the diamonds hidden, these are riddles, kiddos, listen. Ain't no quitting, you too close to fulfilling the mission. Stay in position till the vision comes into full fruition. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame, never be the same. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame, never be the same. It's the cruise, we got weight in this game. You know the name, God one and the same. The Lord gets heat, fanning the flame. If my gold shine, he is the blame. These devils on the dads, I'm renaming them Dame. I'm not ashamed, no diss though. Cooking holy oil like Crisco. I'm ash over water, redistribute like distro. His fire consumes all water and stone. If the heaven is home, then your idol is blown. Been through the furnace, lessons been learned. Many trials by the fire, at times we got burned. Whoa, son of the sun, the truth, and one word. My non-pop, high caliber fruit like angry birds. Melted to dross, gained by the loss. This is the cross, I'm the human torch. Christ is the rock, the spirit, invisible. The Father's fantastic stretch points, that's critical. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame, never be the same. We've been tossed in the flame. With heat, everything changed. We've been tossed in the flame.
welcome back. Been tossed in the flames. You
Oh, yeah,
lost,
yeah,
devil. Hey, listen, don't forget to tune in to the radio show. In fact, we're going to be interviewing PID actually this Sunday,
Oh
Monday.
man, that's
Oh,
gonna
man.
be that's
And
gonna be
actually, let me
powerful.
tell you, PID Preachers is now a part that jumped on. They're going to be part of the Bible Beats and Bars tour.
All
So
right.
let me tell you something. It's going up, not going down. That's what's up. Now, we got to talk about that. So now, 4 masters.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all, 4. I was like, I just need to quit. You know, it just got me so inspired. It's ridiculous. So 4 masters
4 masters, and then
and still no undergrad.
and still no undergrad.
Wait. The whole theme for this show, this episode, is perseverance. Don't
Yeah.
tell us what you cannot
That you
obtain.
cannot do.
Philippians
Yeah.
4:13 for I can do, you
All
can do,
things.
we can do all things.
That's right. That's right.
4
Because-
masters.
And the reason, let me just give a plug in for that.
Sure.
And the reason why that is because we are now living in a world, especially post-COVID, where there are schools and international places that you don't need a bachelor's degree to do a master's.
Wow.
Right? All you have to have is 5 to 7 years of leadership, management, supervisory experience,
Correct.
work experience,
Life experience.
life experience,
Right.
and
Exactly.
you can go straight into a master's degree.
And I'll say this, I'll even say, man, what I love about my man is that while the Lord was walking him through this journey, he was walking me through life, because that's what I did, because I dropped out.
Mhm.
Remember, I dropped out
Oh, yeah.
when I was
Yeah,
ahead
yeah.
of the game.
Right,
And then I went back through the LEAP program.
right.
And that's how I was able to get back in with
Yeah.
life experience,
It-
having done so much
In your 40s.
in my 40s.
Right. Right. hmm
So now 4 masters, then you go back, and what happens then? It's a crazy story,
Yeah,
yo.
man.
It's bananas.
So I found, so, I've always been, let me just give a shout out to my
For
HBCUs.
sure, for sure.
That's right. Historical Black
You already
colleges,
know.
universities.
For sure. All
Yeah,
day.
we always give a shout out.
Always.
Always, all day. And so I found Virginia University of Lynchburg that offers a Doctor of Healthcare Administration. I enrolled with my master's, and in 1 year, about a year and a half, I finished my Doctor of Healthcare Administration.
Wait. You moving too fast. In less than a year and a half, this Negro, is a PhD doctorate in healthcare with 4 masters.
Mhm. Yeah,
It's like, yes, sir.
yeah.
We talking about perseverance,
We're
folks.
talking about perseverance. Yeah. Look, listen. What we're talking about,
Come on,
my
Doc.
people, is this: whatever your background, whatever your issue, whatever felony you got, whatever mistakes you have made, whatever divorce, whatever blended family, whatever kids, whatever the situation is, there are resources out there for you to be lifted up and persevere. Listen, go incorporate yourself.
Come on.
Go find a skill and a talent that you can incorporate, and instead of now them asking you for your social,
Come on.
you put in there, I'm a consultant, right? You
Yeah.
own your own business.
Come on.
And now you work your stuff through your corporation.
So again, we're talking about perseverance.
Perseverance.
Because at the end of the day, here's what's beautiful about it. And I want to go to a song, and then we're going to give them the good news.
Yeah.
The key to success is understanding your purpose as you being you.
Right.
I cannot be Chap, aka
no,
Dr. Mike A.
No.
Smith.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. And I can't be Minister Fred.
No. Yeah. I'm a little too flamboyant.
Yeah.
anyway.
Plus I can't keep up with them. I'm too old. I can't keep up.
What you talking about? You too old?
with this energy.
Oh,
I can't keep
But
up.
the whole point is that you have to really understand that the beauty in life is that God created you to be
you. That's right.
He didn't make
That's
you a
right.
clone. He didn't. Everything in the world, there isn't one single flower is the same. Even twins is a second before the other because you got one that comes first.
Right.
I'm telling you this, folks. This is just straight love from us to you.
Right.
In fact, hey, Professor, let's just go. Let's go to B by Shobaraka, because that's my dude. Talk about conscious in Christ, or conscious in Yeshua, the Christ who is Jesus about. Yo, son, and for all my brothers that don't necessarily want to call it Jesus peace, Yeshua HaMashiach is the same dude as Jesus of the Bible. And check out this joint. It's called B. God, might as well be you.
Yeah.
I like you for you. Like you for you.
Right.
Make sure you like you for you. We'll
Right.
be right back as we wrap this thing up.
Yeah,
Again,
man.
it's just getting good, bro.
It's getting good.
Getting good.
Yeah, don't go nowhere.
Don't go nowhere.
Yeah, man.
Where are you?
It started in my head, moved into my heart, soul. Now it's in my hands. My understanding of health, it started to expand. I couldn't do it myself. I needed other friends to become whole man. Explore my emotions, work on my mental health, live for His glory, ask for the Spirit's help. Practice and repeat. Being known is the greatest wealth. Seek rest and be a blessing. Whole man. I'm on the road to wholeness, but I haven't arrived. Some sit in the back, I've been given the drive. You content to survive, I'm trying to thrive. You can't be passive on this ride to become a whole man. Know Jesus, keep fasting, stay praying. Be fruitful with your mind or bricklaying. To our fathers, Hail Marys, then abuses. But God chooses and introduces us to be healed, be new, behold. The Lord who takes the broken man and says, behold. Love Him with your heart, mind, strength, and soul. Build up the brothers from the young to old. Be known.
Head, heart, hands, soul. Be healed, be new, be known. Live and be whole.
Yeah, you can be a healer, you can be an enemy, you can be the solution, be the man you wanna see. Growth can be elusive, no weapon in front of me shall conquer this new monster, this whole thing. You can have strength, you can have a lot of soul, your mind can think quick, hands break the chains of old, be excellent, but beware of devalue go, the conscious that thinks improper. Oh man, it's poison in your mind, venom on your tongue, corruption in your grind, passivity in your lungs, it's the clashing of the cymbals, the bashing of the drums, it's the noise immature boys make seeking love. So put a song in their soul, affirmation on their heads. Speak love to the heart, put rest into their hands. Let the weak be strong, let the strong understand that the village is made in the image of the whole man. Be healed, be new, behold. The Lord who takes the broken man and says, behold. Love Him with your heart, mind, strength, and soul. Build up the brothers from the young to old. Be known.
Head, heart, hands, soul. Be healed, be new, be known. Live and be whole. Behold, the sage ain't spoken, the lover's hopeless, the king feels broken, and the warrior's lost his tools. You can regain focus when life's in motion, cause the doctor's open cold. Cool. Journey to something new. Blessed and integrated.
I was lost and confused, leaving a council of fools. On my way to wholeness, I met some wonderful tools. Had a checkup with a doctor who's enthused to commune. Virtues all in tune, sitting in the waiting room. Love was talking to anger, justice talking to grace. It felt kind of fake, they all had the same face. Patient saw me in a rush, put me on the wait list, walked me to my seat and sat me next to greatness. Greatness looked kind of different from the pictures that was painted, and told me as we said, I make things too complicated. You live jaded when you think you being chased, I do the chasing. So know when you're racing or when energy is wasted. Pointed across the room and said, go meet contentment. Now I'm talking to joy, peace, and different repentance. I'm looking down, I got a frown. They all up in my business with the quickness. They helped me with all my fears and resentment. In attendance was Joyce. He said something that really snatched me. Show, try not to hate when other brothers have me. Peace gave me a stare. It lasted for a while. I learned something in the silence without exchanging a sound. There's a difference from being quiet and being in denial. There's a difference between being heard and being loud. The doctor looked me over and he pointed out my cracks and said, relax, I'm a pro. I can work with all of that. Behold, be known. He said, behold, be known. Whole man.
Oh man, listen,
Oh,
listen,
man.
listen. Behold, oh.
He saw all my cracks
he-
so that I could work with that.
You see, I saw my brokenness and I can work with that cause be. Oh. Welcome back to the session live, man. Yo, I hope you all been enjoying this journey, really.
Yeah.
Listen, and I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna talk about the finale. Because of the relationship that we know God put between this brother and myself, he inspired me to go back, just like I inspired him in the earlier days. So now I'm working on a double master. And then as a result of that, shout out to the international school. Man, they have blessed me with an honorary doctorate.
Yeah.
And that was the picture. I mean, put that picture up. It would be just him and I,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
now I
yeah.
can run with this guy now a little bit. I can run with him a little bit only because he is the man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but this
We had a
is what
good
we're talking
time.
about.
Yeah.
Persevering, iron sharpening iron.
Yes.
Because if it was not for this brother in my life, saying, man, Fred, go back, don't give up, don't quit, don't do this, don't do that. The same he was telling me, I was telling him. And look where we are now.
That's it. Yeah, man.
Yours in healthcare, mine is honorary doctorate in humanitarian work.
Humane letters.
In
Yeah.
humane letters.
And listen, that's a powerful because you put 30 plus years in this work.
Listen.
30 plus years, including
Yeah.
the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award. That don't go to everybody.
Listen.
You know, so I mean, listen, man, I am honored to just be a doctor with you.
No. I'm honored. I'm the dude that was just a hip hop dude, and I got paper now.
Yeah, right.
I got paper, y'all. Got paper.
Iron sharpens iron,
Yes,
baby.
sir. So
Yeah.
as a result, this whole conversation leads to what? Your perseverance has now led you to be a blessing to others. And let's talk about the perseverance series.
Right. So really the next chapter now that's in my journey as I continue to level up is being an author.
Wow.
Right. So
look at that book. Look at it right there, man.
So I teach as an adjunct professor. That's
Come
one
on.
thing.
Wow.
And then I decided that, listen, I know the book, the title's a little racy, and I get it. That's what I want. I want that knee jerk.
Yeah.
Right. Let's climax together is the series.
Yeah.
Right. And let me pull my little notes out here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to do the Let's Climax Together series. And the first book is going to be The Power of Perseverance. You see here. It is now available online, Amazon.com. It's on Kindle. It's on paperback. It's on multiple ebook platforms.
Yes.
And it's also on Barnes and Nobles.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Also
Yes,
on
sir.
Barnes and Noble.
There
And
it
so
is. It's on the
it's-
screen.
Yeah. So it's out there. And we're working now on the hardcover. And we're working on, I just got the email today that they have approved the audio part.
Wow. So folks, this means you can click it. It's not even expensive. The whole point is to help others persevere towards their greatness.
Yes. And then as we go through the next series, we're going to work on the importance of teamwork.
Wow.
Okay. The value of collaboration. We're going to work on cultivating a positive mindset. That's going to be book number 3.
Cultivating a
positive mindset. That's right.
Given we have so much brokenness in our own lives.
Yes. Right. And then book number 4 will be overcoming fear and doubt.
Wow.
All right. Book number 5 will be setting goals and creating a roadmap to success. Book number 6, the journey to self-discovery.
Wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Realizing your identity. Realizing your greatness. One of the things
and
your potential. One of the things I tell all my followers, all my people, I tell Fred and Jason this, my friends, all the time. You know, they put value on Picasso. They put millions of dollars on all of these Egyptian this and this, European that, and everything else. What I want you to do is I want you to go into the bathroom, look in the mirror.
Come on.
And what you're looking back at when you see yourself is greatness.
Wow.
You don't need to be a Picasso. You are great. You are beyond Picasso.
Come on.
Yeah. So, you know, we're going to deal with that in that series of the journey to self-discovery.
Wow.
Right. And then the last one, which is very, very important, is servant leadership.
Come on now.
Right. It all culminates to what are you going to do to serve? Now that you're in leadership, what are you going to do to serve humanity?
And you know, and this whole conversation, folks, is about the journey of a brother who is now at the top of the chain in terms of educational achievement. And yet he is a servant to mankind through his leadership.
Yeah. I just want to serve, want to uplift my people.
Yeah.
Uplift the brotherhood, love the sisterhood, uplift my fellow man, uplift my friends, uplift my friends. What can I do to help you persevere and reach your pinnacle, reach your zenith, reach the top
Yeah,
potential that
yeah.
you have, because there is greatness in all of us.
So here's what I'd like for you to do, Doc. I want you to pray a prayer of that type of you can do it,
Oh yeah,
persevere. And then I'm gonna pray for you. Is now give them again how they can get in contact with you. If you have an email you prefer for them to reach out
right,
to
right.
you. Of course, you have your website and all that stuff. Why don't you share that with them?
Oh
And then
yeah,
we'll
I
pray.
mean I'm all over social media. Just look me up, Dr. Michael A.D. Smith. Now that's I'm on social media. I'm all over. You can definitely just check me out on the Amazon and all my different platforms for the book. And you can reach me also at just my email, dr period and my name, Michael A.D. Smith at gmail.com. Real easy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Why don't you pray for the folk while this? We'll keep the information up
Right.
regarding your book. Listen, I want you all to take the time and go and support. Like you, how you support me and how you support my crew and No More Dirty and Professor X. I want each and every one of you, if you're watching this today, I want you to go ahead get online, go to Amazon.com. You got Kindle, but since Amazon is up right now,
Yeah.
go to
Yeah.
Amazon.com, put in there, Let's Climax Together by Dr. Michael A. Smith.
hmm
And go ahead and get the book.
Yeah. Go
Man,
on and
share
get
the
it.
book.
Yeah, share it. You're gonna
Be a
enjoy it.
blessing. Listen,
Yeah.
it's going to help you.
Yeah.
And once it helps you, then you bless somebody with it.
That's it.
So go
That's
ahead,
it.
man. Pray for the folk, bro. Let's do that.
All right, let's pray. Loving Father in heaven, we are grateful once again for this opportunity to come and just share how you have worked in my life and worked in the life of Fred to be able to help others. And so I present a special prayer over those that are listening, that they too can receive the greatness that you have placed in them,
Yes.
that greatness can be an outpouring for the world and for the society at large. So bless our listeners in a mighty way. May they understand that whatever their past, whatever their depression, whatever their addiction,
Yes.
whatever their issues,
Yes.
is not and does not present their future, right? They can do all things through Christ who strengthens them. So we ask this prayer in your holy name. Amen.
And so, God, I ask now that you would just continue to prosper and give him good success, as in Joshua chapter 1, starting with verse 6 all the way through really 13 and 14. I pray that wherever he put his feet, he puts his feet, that's where it will be blessed. I pray that you'll bless and anoint his book, that everyone that will purchase the book, download the book, read it on Kindle, wherever they get it, they will not only be blessed, but they will be transformed to be better in life. Provide over and abundantly, give him excess and access so that he might be a blessing and a vessel used by you. In the name of Yahshua HaMashiach, who is Jesus of the Bible. Amen.
Amen.
Listen, man, appreciate you, Doc.
Oh
You
yeah,
already
man.
know.
Had a
This
good
is for life.
time.
This is my family here, man. Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, No More Dirty Inc. Give us some feedback on this. Let us know what your thoughts are. You can always go to our website, nmdinc.org or nomoredirty.org. Either way, there it is on the screen.
That's
And
it.
support, man. Be a part of this thing, man. Listen, we are growing this because we believe in you and we know that you are the reason behind everything that No More Dirty Incorporated does.
Indeed.
Let's leave him. Let's take him out, Professor, man. Shout out to my dude again, Professor X
Professor
in the building.
X.
And man, we just seen in the building, man. Scope, our family, other family dude in the
Yeah,
building. Scope
man.
in the building.
Yeah.
Yo, man, we got pop-up guests everywhere. So what's up? Come on up, bro. Come on up,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yo, y'all gotta see my dude, man. This dude got a story of perseverance. We gonna have him on, and he doing big things. Yo, come on, man, get up in here, bro.
Listen,
Before we get up,
entrepreneur, man.
entrepreneur, man. It's right in the middle, baby. There it is, bro.
My boy, man. Scout.
So there it is, man. On behalf of us here, man, we love you again. Shout out. There it is. This is my dude, man.
Yeah.
This is my guy. Yo, you never know who's gonna pop up. So enjoy this joint. This song is by AI Anomaly, and the name of the song is Privilege. If you work hard, if you persevere, let's do it together.
Yes.
Let's climax this thing. Let's climb it together. And guess what? you will get the end result, which is your greatest greatness and your desire.
Mhm.
We'll see you next time. Blessings and
All right.
peace. Salute.
Salute. Go Mob.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. Standing with our hands held high. Freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God. God. That's privilege. That's privilege, Lord, yeah. My origin is Eden. Soul grip freedom since the soil that he breathed in. Made man from his image. Serpent trying to tell me different. I know your lies. System set to hold us back. We know that. They point and tell us live and lack. Don't do that. Them boxes try to sell us back. Don't buy that. Still standing on the block like mannequins. Dance, monkey dance. That sound like pandering. Still slaves. Y'all blame it on our blacklist. I blame it on our habits. If that's the case, that's any pigment. Self-control. Get a grip. Management. Stack your cash and make it flip. Dividends. Make mistakes and own them all. Handle it. Still struggle. Still cope. Privilege, still standing, still hope, that's privilege. Family close, don't let go, that's privilege. Standing with our hands held high, freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God, that's privilege, that's privilege. Standing with our hands held high, freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God, that's privilege, that's privilege. America the beautiful, cotton in your cuticles, master in a cubicle, he who let her do the most, whips like taxes, fraction my cash in, goes on my napkin, tuck green in my satchel, stack up to the nightfall, notes in my chapter, this book of life, do me right, you just see my after, before I was captive, dirt all in my mattress, epitome of trash mess, imagine, a room with no pigment trying to tell me what black is, I'm privileged, even with my past full of distance, I'm privileged, even when you came from my winning, I'm privileged. America, stand from these hands of privilege. Standing with our hands held high. Freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God. That's privilege. That's privilege. Standing with our hands held high. Freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God. That's privilege. That's privilege. Standing with our hands held high. Freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God. God. That's privilege. Come from God. That's privilege. We come from God. God. We come from God. That's privilege. That's privilege. Standing with our hands held high. Freedom was a plan whole time. We come from God. Whole time, whole time. Whole time, whole time. That's privilege. Privilege.
You to work with us in collaboration to build and design a one-shot music video for this song. So whatever you've learned so far, whether you feel like it's a lot or a little bit, whether you feel like you can or you cannot, I'm telling you, you probably have skill sets that can help us. And if you don't, we have skill sets that can help you. And we're all going to work on this together.